Hello, my beautiful friends. It's me again, reporting to you from Bulgaria once again. And this is your sunny beach resort report. However, I'm being a little bit not truthful to you because I'm actually not in Sunny Beach. You may be looking back here and thinking to yourself, Matthew, where the H are you? So, I'll tell you now. I am only a few kilometers away in Kablashkovo, of course. I have made a number of videos from here. It is a nearby town, village, the biggest one. It's a few minutes away, a few kilometers away from the world's #1 resort. The reason why I'm here is multifold. It is absolutely beautiful. Summer continues to be just really happening, and this time of the evening, you know, like whatever time it is, 5 o'clock, is such a perfect time to be cruising around the Bulgarian villages and all the roads. And the roads are fantastic, in case you're wondering. Gone are the crazy bad terrible roads. There are some rough patches, but the roads are absolutely fantastic, so please don't worry. So this is a really nice time to just kind of hang out. But back to Sunny Beach. So last night we went out for drinks, went to meet some friends, went to hang out, went on a little bicycle ride just to see what the hell is going on in our town. And I gotta tell you, holy frick. 10 o'clock we left the house, so 10:30 or so we arrived in town. We kind of moseyed around, grabbed a few perinskos on the way. It was so crazy busy. Of course, the crowds are far thinner, but it almost seemed like they're just like a little crazier, you know? Lots of kind of drunk people and lots of revelers and super fun. People sitting on benches, drinking beers and just sort of hanging out. So we were supposed to meet our friends. Oh, we did actually meet our friends at the Funny Pub, which of course you all know where it is. It's right in the center, very close to the beach. Is kind of the main kind of a cool place. I swear to you, I swear on Bulgaria, I swear on freaking Lidl sausages. It was so busy last night. This was 10:30, 11 o'clock. There was not one place to sit. And you know what? That pub is freaking massive. It's probably the biggest restaurant in that whole sort of area. It's massive. It's not just the outside spot, but it goes all the way in, and there's also these kind of other spots. Fucking full of people. It was crazy dancing on the stages. It was a madhouse. It was so insane. The band, and they have a really great band playing there, the Vagabonds or whatever they are. So it's like a cover band, and they play all kinds of cool stuff. They are fantastic. They're super loud. I mean, they don't fuck around. They have fucking drummers. It's really, it's like going to a concert. It really is. They do a really great job there, and the staff at the Funny Pub is awesome. Great place just to sit around and people watch. But of course, I didn't want to sit there. It was really crazy. Like, even I love crazy. I love everything. I love a madhouse. But I sat down. We sat down in front. I said hello to our friends, and I just couldn't do it. My wife, I stayed behind. She had the time of her life. I just didn't want to. It was just too crazy. Like, literally, I left a pub, because it was too crazy for me. I ended up going, just walking up and down the strip. I locked up my bike and grabbed myself a Benica, like at midnight, which is really good, like a spinach one. That's my favorite one, the spinach one. And walked over to the Gianni shop. So you guys probably know where the Gianni restaurant is. There's a grocery store just right next to it. So those guys are really, if you want a little inside tip, probably the last place where you can kind of get regularly priced beer. Like, if you want to get some perinskos, just if you're like a scumbag like me who just walks around with a beer in hand, that remains the best place to get your beers, because credit cards, there's like no minimums, no nothing. The people that work there are just gold. So nice. So just go in, say hello. And they have all kinds of food there. If you want to get like frozen fish or something, it's like a miniature mlados, but clean and nice. And those types of prices. So it's great. So that's great. So I grabbed a few beers, walked around. It was awesome. It was just astonishing how busy it is still here. The weather has been absolutely great. Sadly, we stayed up kind of all night yesterday. We watched the SpaceX launch, which was, oh my God, it was awesome. So, went to bed at 5. So, of course, didn't get up till super late because I'm a freaking scumbag. And I would have loved to gone, just gone out a little bit earlier in the sun and stuff. It's hot. Like, it's really beautiful. And again, not a cloud in the sky. Not one cloud in the sky. Okay, so why am I here? I've been just coming here relatively regularly because of the infrastructure changes. This stuff fascinates me. There's been so many improvements in our neighborhood here, and where we live. We have a brand new freaking road to Mladost. They're spending big bucks here, and look at this. It's still sort of early stages. I didn't know that this stretch of road is being rebuilt as well, but this is Center Kablashkovo behind me, downtown, kind of where the Cygański market is on Thursdays, which is, you have to visit. It's so cool. So they just dug up this whole thing. It just goes from there, far away. They're rebuilding it like way into town, just turning this, what used to be kind of a shitty road, into an autobahn. Just an absolute autobahn. New sidewalks, little garden thingies and all kinds of stuff. Like incredible. Just, this is serious money, They're not just, picking up garbage or adding plants or some shit. They are rebuilding the town, it seems like. So, I love coming here, and I hope when you guys come to visit Sunny Beach, you take a day off and come visit, especially on a Thursday. It's so cool here, it's like, it's away from the tourists and stuff like that. You really get that feeling of old Bulgarian life, and it's nice and slow, and you just kind of chill out, and, beautiful houses, and, if you go up on the hill there and just kind of hang out, you really get to see that real, true Bulgarian life. But you're still like 15 minutes away from the madness, from the coast. So you definitely have to come. And there's some restaurants here, and you can even take the bus. So if you want to have drinks and you don't wish to, to be driving or, riding your bike or whatever, you can take a bus for like €3, sit on the bus and half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. And it will bring you right into town and back. Again, there's a restaurant called the Chuck Wagon. I've never eaten there, but it looks really cool and fancy if you like that kind of stuff. There's lots of little fast food places. There's a new cafe, really rebuilt. At the corner here, there's kind of like the dingy, and I mean that in the best way possible, of course, a barbecue place. Bulgarian barbecues where kind of the workers go. It's awesome too, and they actually set up a barbecue outside. So you just walk in. I want this, and this. Chop. They do it for you, and it's obviously costs nothing. So super cool. I'm going to maybe visit for the first time the Chuck Wagon restaurant today. Maybe grab myself a little hot bowl of shkembe chorba. That's my favorite thing. I haven't had it there yet. I'm not even sure if they serve it. They probably do. It's really nearby, so I'm just gonna jump on the bike right now and check it out. What else can I say? Yeah, bike's been great. It's got 2,100 kilometers on it now, so I'm just kind of slowly moseying around. Yeah, just slowly. It's been absolutely great. I've got the GPS, if you care about this kind of stuff. I've been using Google Maps for most of my travels, all over the place, I guess. And I didn't realize that the Wise, right? Wise? It's not Wise, whatever, you can figure it out. Wise mapping software. They've been around for a bazillion years, more than a decade, I'm sure. And this whole system here for maps and, points of presence, and shows you cops, shows you speed cameras, and all this really neat information, million times better than Google Maps. So if you're cruising around here by car or by, by whatever transport you're using, even if you're just cycling around, install the Wise app. It's completely free, and really, it tells you speed limits, and it will warn you if you're going too fast. It will show you the where the cameras are on the on the light poles and stuff like that. I'm really impressed about how much data Bulgaria has, especially, you know, here. I mean, it's so weird. Somebody has to enter this information, of course, and they have. So it's all here. It's really cool. So download it. It's completely free. Whatever, try it out. And plus the navigation part of it, I find to be just easier. Just like you get a nice clearer picture. It's super cool. And of course, I have that ODB2 thing in the back, so I can just swipe, and it gives me this. It has like a wireless connection between the engine and this little thing under the seat. So shows you everything from engine temperature to just the tiniest little minute details of how the motor is operating. Just really neat stuff. Really neat stuff. The other thing, on like a personal note, you guys probably don't know this, but my big thing over the last month and a half or so, I've been mostly learning and working on a solar setup for my camper van. I bought so much crap from Amazon and it just keeps coming. It's super small. I'm just learning how this shit works. Lots of math and calculations and wiring, and I'm actually just braiding my own cables now and learning how the software works. It's all like on the internet and Bluetooth. I got all the nice Victron, cool fancy stuff, but just, you know, just small, like the small battery and stuff. I installed the panel actually today. Today was actually the last day of all that crazy job of installing the 310 watt panel on my rooftop. It's a lot of work. You think it's like, oh, just throw it on, but it's a lot of work. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about electricity. Yeah, it's pretty cool, all this stuff, and watching YouTube videos from mostly guys in the UK, I guess, you know, the kind of cool older guys who drive around in camper vans, and they do all these like super high-end electrical setups. So there's some really cool information. I don't know if you're into that kind of stuff. I certainly am. For some reason right now, it's kind of fun. So yeah, watching those guys, watching those videos, and they're just so articulate and just explaining everything. So those are the YouTube videos I've been watching lately. And what else? And I got myself a cool new Numworks calculator the other day. I've got more than 40 calculators now in my collection because calculators are cool. Okay, so here you go. Kablashkovo. The sun will set very soon. Weather, it's not possible for the weather to be better. Like there's not one thing that can happen right now that would make the way I feel, the way my skin feels and everything. There's not one thing, like I almost have shivers. How perfect and how warm and how I'm almost feeling cuddled. And you know what else? I smell roasted peppers. Oh Jesus, I gotta find that. Wait, I want to show you guys one more thing. So I am now in the actual epicenter of Kablashkovo, literally standing right in the center here. So now I think a lot of people are just heading home from work and you know, going about their non-work day. So I've decided to not go to the fancy restaurant, but just come back to this place here, the fast food place, which I've been to many times before. It's absolutely great. And one thing I wanted to note is that Sunny Beach, for some crazy reason, doesn't really have a good place, you know, outside of KFC, I guess, to have like sketchy fried chicken. It doesn't exist, unless you know, so maybe you can tell me if it does exist, but I've never been able to find it. So here's actually the end of the gypsy market today, so they're just cleaning up, just so you know. So yeah, there's no really like sketchy chicken that you can buy in Sunny Beach. So before it was burgers, and now I just come here and they have deep fried, I just call it kind of sketchy chicken, but very respectful because it's so freaking good. It is phenomenal. And you have to come, I guess, like after 4 or something like that, and they do these like super meals and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. They have hamburgers, all kinds of shit. It's very, very, very good, and best people watching in the whole entire world, because you're just, you know, you're sitting at these tables here, and you know, it's really cool. And there's even chickens, right? It's cool. Chickens are great. I feel kind of guilty eating in front of them, but yeah. So this is the place where you eat. And look at I got like a chicken wing salad. Sadly, non pirinsko. And this is how you're supposed to spend your days in Bulgaria. I'm gonna go cruise around for a little bit more and then and head home. in a bit because I think it's gonna get a bit chillier, and I do not have a coat. And sometimes the temperature really kind of starts to drop after 6 p.m. That's okay. Wait, one more thing. I just want to show you guys one more thing and tell you guys one more thing. I just cruised back from Kablashkovo through Tankovo, which is, I guess, the second nearest village. It's so cool. It's so busy. Well, busy, like people just hanging out in their backyards and their gardens, having cigarette parties and drinking beers and listening to music. It's so lively. Wow, it's so cool. And just lots of kids and dogs and stuff. So yeah, when you're biking, one thing you have to watch out for is just dogs, because they just don't care. They'll just jump right in front of your bike, your car, because it's always the right of way, of course. So you can see behind me, that's Sunny Beach, of course, and all that blue part, the wet part, that's obviously the Black Sea. It is absolutely beautiful from here. The weather is really nice still. Of course, it's only been about an hour since that last part, but I wanted to show you guys this part because I'm back at you can see the big T on the hill. Even when you're in Sunny Beach, it lights up. So I'm back here. Wait. Da-da-da-da. So I can see the T almost from my balcony if I kind of like reach over. So in the middle of the night, yeah, this thing lights up. I don't know. It's great. However, the reason also why I'm here is, Sunny Beach, like the view from our place, and just even when you're just kind of walking around, on your way to Mladost, look to your left, I guess, whichever way you're walking, look to your left and look at the sun, right around this time, whatever time it is, it changes, I don't know why, stupid system. And you can watch the sunset, and the sun just glows like this crazy, this crazy orange ball. Obviously, my camera work, or just you need your real eyes to see the sunsets here. They're breathtaking. They're unlike any other sunsets. They're like in Greece. Because Greece has the most epic sunsets, but this is really rivals those sunsets. Just here on the coast, it's breathtaking. When I say that, look at all the electrical stuff here that lights up the T. That's kind of fun. Okay, and one last story. Just as I was cruising up here, it's like a dirt road riding up here, so you'd have to hike. When you drive, you have to park your car down there, unless you hate your car. I always say that. But now, if you look down, they have these like spikes, so they're surveying, the Bulgarian scientists. There's lots of like concrete and some machinery down there. So the Bulgarian scientists are going to be building a road here. So I'm not sure how big or whatever it is, what they're trying to do. But you'll be able to come here by car. So they may even build a little parking lot, so you can visit the big T on the hill and just hang out here. You don't have to do the hiking part. I think maybe many people are complaining that they have to walk for more than 10 minutes, but it's really beautiful here. And I'm gonna go take the road back to Sunny Beach across this, I always call it the desert, because it really feels like the desert, and there's a lot of cool sort of tracks if you're on a motorbike. Some really neat kind of dirt roads. And if you're, I'm not a skilled rider, but if you have a dirt bike or something, wow, can you have fun here? Just incredible. And you're not really going over anybody's fields or damaging anything. It's just kind of these kind of roads that are there. And I'm gonna take my little steed slowly. I go like 3 kilometers an hour, but it's still fun. Look at that. You gotta love that. Bye. Ciao, guys.